George Reeves was the Superman of the 50s. The American slipped into the legendary role for the first time in the film Superman and the Mole Men. Then he was the star of the series The Adventures of Superman for 6 years. Just a year after the end of the series, which made Reeves a TV star, his life came to a far too early and tragic end. On June 16, 1959, the actor died in his own bedroom when he was only 45 years old from a shot to the head. His death was officially classified as a suicide. To this day, however, there are many doubts about the suicide theory. The possible circumstances of his death, which were also taken up in 2006 in the film Hollywoodland, starring Ben Affleck in the lead role, include the following. Number 1. His fiancée Leonore Lemon shot him intentionally or accidentally. Number 2. His affair partner Toni Mannix or her husband Eddie hired a hitman who murdered him. Number 3. It actually was a suicide. The idea that his fiancée shot him dead is supported by the fact that she stole cash and traveler's checks worth $4,000 from the scene after his death. This is said to have been the money for her honeymoon, as explained in Hollywoodland. Reeves died just 3 days before their scheduled wedding. Shortly before he entered into a relationship with her, he had an affair with the wife of film studio manager Eddie Mannix, who is said to have agreed to the affair. However, Reeves ended the affair with Toni for a relationship with Leonore, which is said to have hurt her very much. That's why the infamous Eddie Mannix may have taken revenge on Reeves on behalf of his wife. Or maybe she did it herself. One of the reasons for a murder theory is that no fingerprints were found on the weapon. In a second autopsy commissioned by his mother's lawyer, unexplained bruises were discovered on his body. In addition, Reeves was found naked, which is very unusual in a suicide. Even so, the authorities concluded that it was likely suicide. Among other things, the nature of his gunshot wound fits this theory. One possible reason for the suicide is that the actor had problems getting new role offers after the end of the Superman series. This is how his fiancée explained his death in June 1959 in an interview with the Sarasota Journal when she was asked about it shortly afterwards. Because he was known as Superman, he couldn't find a job. I believe that all fell on his very sensitive person.